wonderful listeners. Sandy here. As you know, Shannon and I are taking several weeks off to do some self-care and also create some exciting new podcast seasons for you. In the meantime, we will be sharing several of our favorite episodes with you, so you can revisit and be reminded of some really important topics that might be impacting your life. My favorite for today is the power of positivity. I have learned that being positive, finding the good, enjoying whatever you can, and even finding positive in situations that you might think are negative is incredibly important. Because when you're able to find the joy and good in every situation, you will be healthier, happier, have better relationships, and bring more good into your life. So I hope you enjoy revisiting the power of positivity. Shannon, how are you today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm super, and I'm really excited about today. We had such a great time talking about fun stuff a while ago that we're going to do more of that today.
It seems fitting. It's the holiday season. There's snow on the ground. Let's talk about positivity.
I love that. And appreciation and gratitude and all those amazing things.
Oh, yeah, they can enhance your life. If you're struggling in your life, you really can just shift where your attention goes and it will change your world.
Absolutely. I came across a quote that says, expressing gratitude instantly shifts your vibration so that the good in everything move towards you.
Oh, I like that.
And that was Sandra Gallagher from the Bob Proctor organization, which is pretty much all about positivity. But it's so true that when you look for the good and are positive, it's amazing how many good, wonderful things are there.
Yeah, we're sometimes surrounded by them so often and so regularly that we don't see them anymore. And if you consciously wake up and start paying attention to what's around you, you could start to see your world in a whole new way. So let's define appreciation. What does it mean to appreciate something?
It's recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something or some situation. It can be really powerful. Appreciating a person is huge. If you're in the grocery store and the clerk is really good but overwhelmed trying to keep up because it's day before Christmas and everybody's busy and she wants to get home and be with her family anyway, and you just smile and say, you are really good at what you do. You could make her day. And then if you really want to be appreciative, you can be more specific and say, you are really good at what you do because you are fast and you're friendly. And even though it's a stressful afternoon, you are making it fun for your customers. And that shows her you really see her. And then you can go one step further if you want and say, and you are making my day by doing what you're doing, and tell her how what she's doing is impacting someone else. And that kind of appreciation that's specific will go a really long way, and she'll probably remember that for days or weeks or maybe forever.
Yeah, and it could change the way she's operating in her day so that maybe she calms down and realizes, oh, I'm here. I'm supposed to be here for these people. And then she could enjoy her job better in that moment, which will make the experience that much better for everybody else who comes through her line.
Yeah, it's amazing how powerful when you appreciate somebody else can be for them and also for you. Saying something positive to somebody is great.
Well, and even if you don't say something to somebody, we've talked about my struggle to adapt to being married and having other people in my house because I like my alone time and I like my space. And they're quality people and I love them. But it's really easy when you're around somebody all the time to start noticing that things that drive you nuts. If that's all you pay attention to, you will hate having them in your space. But just shifting your attention, well, in my case, my attention to the good qualities that the people in my house have changes my relationship with them.
Oh, yeah. And it changes their relationship with you.
Right. But it isn't me saying, hey, you're amazing at this. It's me noticing, oh, look how sweet he is with the animals. Look how funny our kidlet is. Like all that stuff makes me go, oh, yeah, this is why I'm here with these people,
Yeah.
looking at that instead of the things that bother me.
It's what you love about them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Appreciation is incredibly important. I have another quote. I'm into quotes today. It says, appreciation can make a day or change a life. Your willingness to put it into words is all that's necessary. And that was Margaret Cousins. If you're appreciating somebody else, that is powerful for them and you. And if you're appreciating somebody else just internally, you're just noticing, like with your family, that's huge too. That makes a big difference.
You can apply this to yourself as well. Appreciate things about yourself.
Yes. I'm so glad you brought that up. Because a lot of people are really hard on themselves. They have that old critical voice from when they were a child. It was somebody else's voice in their head. And anytime that things don't go perfectly, and by the way, there is no such thing as perfect, but some people strive for it. When things don't go perfectly, they are critical and they beat themselves up instead of saying, wow, you gave that a good try. I'm impressed. And you did better this time than last time. So hang in there. Instead of doing that, they just beat themselves up for not being successful the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So appreciating yourself is huge.
And appreciation is part of a bigger outlook on life, isn't it?
Oh, of course. Appreciating everything in your life will actually bring more things to appreciate, and it will help create that internal joy we talked about in another episode, where at some point you just walk around with a smile on your face, noticing all the amazing things in the world. The little tiny things, like I mentioned last time, when you were little, you would find a caterpillar and be fascinated by it. You would appreciate it, finding the joy in nature, finding the joy in the people in your home, in your critters, in the fact you have a home. Every night when I go to bed, I spend just a few minutes going over the day in my head and appreciating all the amazing things that happened that day. Maybe I was driving down Main Street and I hit every green light. That was cool. I appreciate that. Little things like that. Maybe my husband came home and said, let's not make dinner tonight. Let's go out and get something. It's like, whoa, that's pretty fun. I like that. So many things. Plus, I appreciate my bed and I appreciate my sheets and I appreciate my house. I'm so grateful we have our home, that we can be warm and cozy, because a lot of people don't have that. Every night before I go to sleep, I do that. And it's always something different. I need to look at all the different things that I appreciate, because there are a huge variety. And in the morning, my husband and I do the same thing. Before we even get out of bed, we talk about what we love about our life. And then we decide we're going to go have a great day. And we always do. And I think it's about setting your mind to finding the good and appreciating it. So what about you, Shan?
It brings to mind a quote, and I cannot for the life of me remember who said it, but it's something along the lines of, comparison is the thief of joy. And it seems to me like that's kind of the plague, aside from the actual plague that we're experiencing these days. Because everybody in the world has the ability to post pictures of their life on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And a lot of us are comparing our life to what their life looks like and saying, I don't have that. Mine looks different from that. And then feeling bad about what we do have.
Yes.
I think now more than ever, we have to make a conscious decision to stop comparing, because
Yes.
if you look at everything you don't have, you'll get
Right.
more of what you don't want, and you will miss
Uh-huh.
what's right in front of you. And so I'm not knocking social media. I just think when you talk about creating an intention in the morning to see what's good in your life, I think that needs to extend to what we're doing online, because looking at what is right in front of you and appreciating that is huge. And it is so easy to miss it when you're looking at what everybody else has. And in reality, they probably don't have as much as you think they do. And a lot of
Right.
us have more than enough. So focusing on what you actually do have and being grateful for it will not only make you happier, bring you more joy, it will bring you more of what you want.
Absolutely. Oh my
Speech
goodness.
over.
That was beautiful, though. You can say it again if you want. You're absolutely right. Finding the good, finding the positivity
Yes.
means thinking in an optimistic way and looking for solutions, expecting good results and success, focusing on making your life as happy as you want it to be. It's about always finding the good.
I have a quick story.
Oh, good. I love
I
stories.
have a friend who was having some struggles. I went to visit her and I'd never been out to her house before, and we had a very lovely little chat. I came home so grateful for my house. She had a lovely place,
Yeah.
but it
Right.
was small and she didn't have a whole lot in it. She was very close to her neighbors, and there's nothing wrong with all of that stuff. It's just very different from what I have. I'm very lucky to have a tiny little yard. I have some grass in my yard. I can't see directly into my neighbor's house, although we're close. And I just thought, I'm constantly looking at the things that need to be fixed. I need a new roof. I need my patio fixed. You know, all that stuff. And when I came home, I thought, we all have things in our world we would change. Why am I not looking at the good stuff? I have a house. You know, I have a yard.
Yeah.
And I said to my husband, I'll never take this for granted again, just because of something so simple. She has a lovely little home, you know, but I have a lovely little home too. And they're just different.
Right. And yours works for you.
Yeah.
And hers probably works for her, which is great. And you've both created your environment to be the way you want it to be. But like you were saying earlier, if you start comparing, and if you went to visit your friend in the mansion with the pool and the yacht in the backyard and came home and felt terrible, it's like, but wait, I don't need a pool. I don't need a yacht. That's a pain in the neck.
Oh, but how fun.
And that's positivity, is appreciating where you are. And if you want something more, sure, visualize it, see what you can do to make it happen. Positivity is about finding solutions, finding ways to get what you want, but still being very happy right where you are. And people forget that.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of teenagers watch videos or do whatever, and it's all about fashion. It's all about acting a certain way, and they are fine. They have nice clothes. They have a good place to live, but because they're not a size 2 or they're not wearing $1,000 shirts, they feel there's something wrong with them. It's so important to step back and look at where you are and just be grateful. Gratitude is huge. I have another quote, and then I'll stop with the quotes. The heart that gives thanks is a happy one, for we cannot feel thankful and unhappy at the same time.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
Douglas Wood who said that.
That's
And Douglas
nice.
is a smart guy.
Very good.
Being positive, finding the joy, appreciating yourself and others will make your life spectacular. I challenge our listeners to spend 2 days finding the good. And anytime you say to yourself, oh yeah, but I want this, it's like, no, stop that. But this is wonderful. I have this beautiful home, or I have this great shirt, or I have whatever. I have shoes on my feet. Thank goodness for that. And see how different you feel at the end of 2 days and see what starts coming. It's quite fascinating. It's sort of magical. When you find the good, more good comes. Have you noticed that, Shan?
Yes. And then I spend way too much time thinking about, well, did it actually bring more good into my life or has it just always been here? And then I get all philosophical about it. But yes, focusing on the good absolutely makes my life better. And I don't know that it matters how.
No, it doesn't at all. What matters is that it's there. And when you are positive, you find the good, you appreciate your life. It's really fun to watch. It's just like magic that more good comes. You meet a cool new person, or you'll go to the store and something you've been looking for months is finally on the shelf, or little things. People always think that it has to be something huge. You have to win the lottery. You have to meet the love of your life. You have to win a car. It's not about the big stuff. It's about the little things all day long. So I challenge our listeners to start paying attention to the wonderful little things that keep coming all day long. And we'd love to hear about it. If anybody wants to share with us about that, about what they've noticed after doing this little exercise, we would love to hear about it. And we will share with our listeners what you had to say. Find the fun. Okay, so you find the fun, and it's amazing to see how expecting the good makes it happen. And to wrap up, look around and find the beauty in your life. Show appreciation for the people and things that bring you joy. Tell people when you appreciate them and why. And also do this for yourself. Train yourself to think positively. Whenever you find yourself going down the negative rabbit hole, pull yourself out, look around, and see the sun. Make sure you consciously change your thoughts so that they are always positive. Notice how expecting the good makes more of it happen in your life. And smile. It's so hard to be unhappy when you're smiling a real smile.
I think it's key to recognize that this is a muscle that gets easier to work the more you work it. So if it feels uncomfortable at first, or it feels silly, or the whole thing feels like a cliche, which, hey, just be positive, does kind of sound like a cliche and a Band-Aid. But
I think we said in the title, it's cheesy.
It's cheesy, but it's true. Right. And so the more you do it, the easier it becomes and the more real it is in your life.
Absolutely.
Awesome. We sure want to hear from you, whether it's your stories about how self-esteem and personal power affect your life, or about any other topics you'd like us to address in future episodes. Also, we would love for you to review our podcast. You can visit yourpersonalpowerpod.com, click contact, and drop us an email. We look forward to hearing from you. And until next time, find your power and change your life.